Yeah, welcome everybody. We're here today to talk about like what we should be doing in this time. It is still a very uncertain time for us. There are a lot of things, there's a lot of unanswered questions. It's a moving target every single day. So, what we're doing is we're going to have a bit of a discussion about some things you should be doing now. There's a wide variety of people on here, so this is going to be a bit general. We've got realtors, we've got associate members, we've got various people on here. So I'm going to gear it sort of big picture. If you have a question or something, just feel free to put it in the chat box. I'm going to get the questions at the end, but I'm going to go through it pretty fast, and then we'll take some questions towards the end. So, yeah, let's jump in. So one of the things I want to talk about is, look, the virus has definitely disrupted the race. But, the pace car's out. We just don't know when the race is going to restart. The question is, are you going to be ready for it when it restarts? And how are we going to survive and then thrive through it? So I'm going to give you about 11 or 12 things to consider. Some of you are on some of this, some of you are not on some of this, but hopefully we'll give you some data, some information, some things to think about so that we can get the thing, we can start getting this ball moving forward. So let's jump in. So look, what's step one? All right, step one is to sort of get our mindset right. Now we all know people that, it's somebody else's fault. They're blaming people, they're making excuses, and there are still some people in denial that this is a real thing or that this is going to, whatever take you're in right now, you got to understand that this is real. This is whatever it is. Stephen Covey says that there's two areas. There's the area of concern and the area of control. It's like two concentric circles. The area of concern is the stuff like we were concerned about what the government's doing. We're concerned about what the bankers are doing. We're concerned about the virus. We're concerned about our health. We're concerned about a lot of things, but what can we do to control them? Well, from the health side, we need to wash our hands. We need to not touch our face. We need to stay 6 feet apart. The things that they're actually telling us to do. In business, there's certain things we can control. We can't control how this SBA thing is going to work out, but what we can do is control the things that we can control. So we have to move from excuses and blame and denial into ownership, accountability, and responsibility. And in specific, we have to move from excuses to responsibility. And I've noticed this lately. The first week was pretty much panic. Last week, we're still figuring some things out. This week, people are starting to move into that responsibility. How am I going to respond? The root of responsibility is able to respond. Okay? Are you going to take ownership and you're going to respond to this thing positively, or you're going to respond negative? Remember, this thing will end, and we need to be ready as business leaders in our community. So we want to move from sort of the powerless down there where we've got a whole bunch of reasons why we can't do this or reasons we can, and figure out how to move up and take responsibility where we're powerful. So step one is let's move from excuses to responsibility. Step two, we need to be leaders. You need to lead yourself. And if you have a team, some of you are brokers and you have people working for you. If you have a team, you've got to figure out how to be positive. You've got to do it every single day. The Chinese basically said that there's two ways to look at things. There's danger and then there's opportunity. We've got to be aware of the danger. We've got to recognize the opportunity. So the first thing as leaders is we need to remain calm. Hey, this thing is the thing. We need to be doing the things we can control, but we've got to be calm. If you have people working for you, you need to be leading. If you don't, you probably need to lead yourself or your family. Okay, but there's always people to lead. We've got to be leaders in our community. Okay, sometimes it's tough. We've got to look for a small win. Maybe we figured out a technology. Maybe we figured out how to do a virtual showing. Maybe we figured out how to just understand our phone. Whatever it is, let's find a small win out there. Maybe we had something good happen. Let's share it in. Understand the business that we're in and the business that we might have to be in to continue in business. We can't do whatever you thought it was going to be in 2020. It's not. It has changed. We have had a significant change. Okay, so the way we're going to do business is going to change probably forever. Okay, so the cool thing is I think it's moving us ahead leaps and bounds. All right. Sometimes less news is better. Make sure you're getting news from a credible source. Yes, you need to know what's going on. Yes, you need to know what the local rules are. It's great what Loxar is doing. I get an email virtually every day telling me like, okay, which counties are what, which counties are this, which are doing what. I really enjoy that. I'm glad to see that we're getting good, reputable news. But remember, some of the stuff out there we don't need to be paying attention to. Remember, we can't control a lot of it. Okay. Now, here's the key. I think you can say what you want. We think, if China's any indication, we probably need to be planning for about 90 days. And we'll talk about how you can do that later. Some of you, so you're going to want to take good notes today, because if you do this, you're probably going to end up with a pretty good plan. Okay. Because this plan is going to be different than a longer term plan. Sometimes when I'm teaching planning, we're talking about 5 years, 3 years, 1 year. Right now, we're day to day. You've got to make a daily plan, but we've got to know where we're going in the next 90 days. So what's going to be your 90-day plan? And I'm going to tell you how you can get some help if you want it from me later. All right. Number 3, our communication has to be positive. It doesn't have to be sugar-coated. It just has to be given in a positive manner. So if you have a team, be the leader. What's your vision? What are your goals? Whatever you're communicating to your clients, to your prospects, to your suppliers, to your referral partners, we need to be doing it with passion and enthusiasm. It doesn't need, yes, it needs to be sensitive, but by the way, I'm here to talk about the economic side of this thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not talking about the medical thing. There's plenty of medical advice out there. It seems pretty clear to me. Stay 6 feet apart, wash your hands, don't touch your face. Okay? With our customers, yeah, we can be positive. We can look for ways to get around this. If you have stakeholders or people that you supply, right now we're getting pretty close with our technology people right now. We've got to work out some good stuff with them, with our suppliers, okay? And with our community. We need to be the beacon of light. We need to be seen as leaders. This is a huge opportunity for us to be in a leadership position so that when this thing is over, when the restart comes, you're the go-to person. Remember that most of us were having some of the best years we've ever had up until about the second week of March. Okay. So now remember, if we get a restart, not sure how that's all going to shake out. Not sure when it's going to shake out. I just know it does. Okay. All right. Let's face it. So I'm doing webinars. I'd probably be doing this in person otherwise. Okay. Virtual is the new normal. Okay. The more we can do, one of the things I've learned is that I can do most everything here. There's some stuff that we can't do. Yeah, of course, we're a people-to-people business. We love that. I love being in front of people. It's really weird talking to a computer screen here rather than in front of a bunch of people. Yeah, I can turn on my camera, and I probably will a little later. But, I've got to learn and use the cool technology. Now, I was trained as an engineer, and I know I'm pretty good with single technologies, but there's a lot of things that will integrate together that can be used to, for example, collect names, to collect, to create mailing lists. A lot of us should be building our database right now. Okay. We've got to learn how to use the quick human management. Okay. How are you going to, like I say, if you have a team, how are you going to manage them? Are you having daily huddles? Are you with them? What are your, so in order to run a business virtually, in order to run even a solo business, what are your policies? Like, are you going to get up in the morning? I know I get up every morning, and I will turn on my camera a little later on to show you. I'm dressed. I got on a full, regular business shirt. I don't wear a tie anymore. I haven't done that in a while, but I've got on a business shirt. I put on my shoes. I get up early. I do the normal things I do. I set meetings. What is my own reporting? What are my metrics for myself? What are my metrics for my team? What are my, what kind of planning am I doing? I know I need to do daily planning. If you're not doing a to-do list every single night before you, then fine. Just start doing that and you will be better off. That can be your planning for the next 90 days, that I'm going to do a to-do list for tomorrow, every single day. Okay. Customer service. like if you have clients that you're working with now or prospects that you're working with now, now is the time to give them more service. You want to make sure that you maintain those people. Referral partners. What are you doing to help your referral partners right now? How much customer service can you give them right now? This is the time to over-service it, because remember the restart, okay? Right now, people are receptive. A lot of them have time. A lot of them will talk to you. Communication, okay? How are you going to do it? You know, this thing may be weeks. Well, it's not going to be weeks. It's going to be months, okay? So when we first went into it, we were unclear. But now we know it's going to be at least months, okay? Because the governors told us it was going to be at least a month. It's probably going to be longer, let's face it. Stuff in May is getting canceled. It's probably going to be summer, mid-June before we get any kind of normalcy back. All right. So all of these things we've got to make, you know, we've got to master the virtual. We have no choice. We've got to get good at distance meetings. We've got to get good at distance learning. We've got to get good at our phone, you know, using the video piece of our phone. So, you know, jump in. Remember that virtual is the new normal. Cash flow, very important right now. Look, cash is king. You know, if there's any cost that you have that can be put off or maybe even stopped for a little while, that's probably a good idea, depending on, you know, if you're not taking it, look, you've got to extend credit. If you've got a good relationship with your banker, you know, you want to make sure you can make it through this thing. Now, yeah, most everybody's eligible for the PPP, but obviously nothing's happening today. All my banks I'm in at 2 banks, and all of them are saying, hey, we don't know how to do it. The SBA hasn't given enough guidance. So my guess is over the weekend or Monday, they're going to figure it out. We're going to get an opportunity to go into some portal and put in all our information and get up for that. Now, by the way, you should be definitely taking advantage of that if you're eligible. Okay, it's good. Now, you may not need it. If you don't need the money, don't worry about it. Pay it back in December, but you don't know what you're going to need because we don't know how long this is going to last. For sure, things are slower. Even if you're closing deals and making things happen and selling. I mean, we've got, I heard about, you know, some people looking at a property that we have. That's great. Okay. They may buy it during this process. We'll get through it. We'll figure it out, but it's definitely going to be different and it's definitely going to be harder. Okay. Suppliers and partners, any referral partners, particularly, you know, how are you doing it? If you have suppliers that you're doing business with, you may have to do some negotiations with that to pay them a little, you know, there's the cost side and then there's the collection side of this. You know, are there projects that you were working on that you may need to postpone? And this goes for business and personal. All right. You may even have to set up a completely different cost structure for your business, depending on if you have employees or not. Okay. How are you going to do that? But there's different ways to look at that. So look at all the options on there. And if you want to chat about how to do that, we can do that offline. All right. If you have people working for you, by the way, everybody's got a team, whether they're an employee, a 1099, or just a strategic partner. So get the most from your people. As a leader, by the way, this is the number one thing that we've run into. People who are not used to leading are scared. Okay, and rightfully so. This thing is scary. Okay, it's okay for them to be scared. But what we have to do is allow them to focus on the things we control. We have to give them a vision of what we're doing. And trust me, if people get with you and get behind you and they hear that you're moving forward and you're taking the next hill, they're going to come along. Now they may, you know, look, be sensitive. If someone doesn't want to come along, they're scared or whatever. I mean, don't make them. If they're an employee, they can stay home, okay? Or we can figure out a way to make them work for home. All right. We got to have new standards. I mean, people are working differently. You know, we can't expect the same thing out of the same people. We can't even expect the same thing out of ourselves. Although I would say if your goal for this quarter was a certain goal, I would essentially let your brain figure out how you're going to hit that goal anyway. Okay. You know, be a leader. All right. Look, sometimes if you have employees, sometimes they can move from a cost center to a profit center. There's a way you could have them, you know, do some marketing for you. There's a way that they could, you know, do some deliveries. There's a way they could do some things for you. They could be, do some courier work or something. Okay. And this is time to retrain and train. Train yourself, retrain yourself, whatever it is. Take advantage of all the classes that are being offered now. If you really don't have anything going on, at least work on yourself. You know, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the key to success. That's from Jim Rohn. All right. Look, if you have people working for you as employees, obviously you want to keep as many as you can, take advantage of all the things, keep them, you know, just keep them. Okay. All right. Let's talk about our marketing, because let's just move on into that. So first of all, we have to keep marketing, and we have to keep marketing at a high level. I think we should be doing more marketing. You're getting a bit of a pass right now because you can do more marketing. People are looking for answers. People are looking for guidance. People are looking for leadership. People are looking for somebody who's positive, but the message must be different. It's got to be sensitive. Look, I'm not sugarcoating this. People will, you know, people are scared. Businesses and people will change. Some of them will decide not to be in the same business or the same career. Some people will get sick. Some people will probably likely die. Okay. So there are going to be impacts to this. All right. So the message has to be different. The message has to be softer. The message has to be compassionate. The message has to be one of service. I'm here to serve. What do you think I'm doing this webinar? I'm here to serve. Okay. That's what we're about. I want to help as many people as I can. All right. So there's a bit of urgency to change the message in your marketing, okay, to get that service out there. What are the things that you could do now? What are the things that you could do now that will help people that by some, you know, down the road somewhere will likely help you, okay? But that isn't the way to do it. The way to do it is because we're doing the right thing. We're helping people. Well, I've already mentioned it. We've got to increase, not decrease our marketing. What we're looking for is virtual. Most marketing right now has got to be virtual. So it's going to be videos, Facebook Lives. But it also, we want to create some things that could go viral, not in the sense of the coronavirus, but in the sense of the internet viral. And so think about it. If you could create something that would, you know, that was cool, that would get spread around, that would help you, that would be a great thing to be doing. So look, you know, Dan Kennedy said he was more prolific than good. So I think that's it. I think you want to put out a lot of stuff and keep it virtual and see if some of it won't go viral. All we need is one or two to help you do. And you got to know your numbers. I mean, if you're investing any money in advertising right now, you got to know that it's giving you back. A lot of this stuff that I'm recommending right now is free or inexpensive. So know your numbers. Know, hey, if I'm getting, you know, how many leads am I getting and what am I paying for those leads? And then, you know, how many of those am I likely to turn into a prospect or a customer? So, yeah, you got to know your numbers when it comes to marketing. Selling, sell with compassion. Number 8. Look, we've got to be our tone has got to be toned down. Okay. I think we can be aggressive as salespeople, but we can't be aggressive to our customers. Okay. You can still be selling. You can still be going at a fast pace, but our tone, look, we've got to be, but we can't stop selling. Okay. But it's got to be customer oriented. It's got to be sensitive to the customers. It's got to be done differently. I mean, we can't even take people in houses. You know, we've got to figure out ways to show them the house, to get them, to let them look around the outside, whatever it takes, whatever the rules are within the rules. But we've got to continue the sales process. Now, take it slower. Take it as fast as they want to take it, but take it slower and take it more compassionately. All right? Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting bombarded by emails. Listen, get on the phone. Talk to your prospects on the phone. Talk to your referral partners on the phone. Let them know you're there. Let them know you're there to help. Whatever they need. It may be unrelated. Maybe they just need you to go to the grocery store for them or something. Maybe they just need you to to call somebody on their behalf. Whatever it is, get on the phones and help people out. Let them know that you're there. Let them know that you're a resource to help them out. Okay? Increase, not decrease. Once again, you can increase your effort. We just can't increase our aggression. Okay? We've got to tone that down. This is about playing the long game. This is about building relationships. This is the perfect time to build relationships right now. Okay? You build the relationships for the restart. Work on your relationships. Work on your database. Working on getting names on your database. All right? All right, let me just check in here. Just check. If you have anything going on, any questions, just put them in the chat. All right, I'm not seeing any, so I'm going to keep moving and we'll take questions at the end. All right, cool. All right, step 9, customer service. All right, think about who your customers are in your business. All right, everybody in our business, everybody we come in contact is a potential referral source. Everybody's a potential customer. Okay, let's keep in touch with our past clients. Let's keep in touch with them because they're the ones who are more likely to do. Check in on them. How are they doing? What is up? Get out your list. Call all your best referral partners. Get out your list. Call all your past customers. Get out your list. Call all the prospects. Show them that you're there. You're giving them a high level of service. But I don't think I can say it any plainer. Get on the phone. Get out from behind the computer. Yeah, email's fine. Yeah, Zoom's fine. All of that's fine. Get on the phone. It's our best, most reliable marketing and sales tool right now. Go above and beyond, whatever it takes. You know, whatever needs. You'll know. Everybody knows what great customer service is. Everybody knows what going over and above beyond means. Just, this is a great time to do it. Most of us have the time to do it. Help out. It doesn't mean that you're going to avoid the rules and keep your 6 feet distance. I mean, maybe some of your clients are elderly and they need somebody to go to the grocery store for them. Great. You can go to the grocery store, you can hand sanitize, and you can put the bag on their porch and you don't have to come within 6 feet of them. There's all kinds of things we can do to help out people here. Let's be doing it. All right. Okay, building loyal, critical non-essentials. Okay, y'all all know what critical non-essentials are. That's something that you don't have to do, but when you do it, it really makes a difference. You know, maybe your thing is, you know, when you sell something, you send them a gift basket. That's a critical non-essential. You didn't have to do it, but it's something that builds loyalty, right? What are the C&Es? What are the critical non-essentials you can be doing now? Maybe it's just a phone call. Maybe it's getting out, writing them a card saying, hey, I've been thinking about you. You know, maybe it's a quick phone call. Maybe it's a, you know, you order delivery meal for somebody. There's a lot of things you can be doing. Get creative here. Build some loyalty. Build those relationships where you can get those. When we come out of this thing, you'll be ready to go. Remember to be virtual. A lot of it's going to have to be virtual. We're on lockdown, okay? And it needs to be visible, all right? And remember that 80% of your business is coming from 20% of your referral partners, okay? 80% of your business comes from 20% of your referral partners or past clients. Great. Who are those people? The 20% are the people you need to be all over all the time. And I'm not teaching you anything you probably don't already know, okay? All right, you may have to change your business model. If it looks like you're going to have to change, well, we do. We have to change our business model. By the way, this is not going away. When this is over, there are going to be effects. This is a seminal event. This is just like, not just like, it's similar to 9/11. Traveling changed after 9/11. Business selling is going to change after coronavirus. It just is. All right. So get learning, be proactive, learn what you're going to have to change, learn how to do virtual tours, learn how to do the virtual stuff, learn technology, make a relationship with somebody who can do great videography for you, learn how to do, you know, learn how to do a podcast, learn how to do Zoom, learn, whatever. Be adaptable and look for opportunities. Now, with my clients, we've already come up with 2 or 3 new businesses that we're looking into as an option. And I think coming out of this, at least one of them is going to be a new add-on business for us. It might be a year or 2 down the road, but it's a great business, and we never would have thought of it if we hadn't been on lockdown. Okay, it's a virtual service for do-it-yourselfers. All right, look for small changes. You don't change your business model by just changing. You change, you change 1% 100 times, and you look for the small changes. You can make it better. You have to test and measure. Okay, make it better. All right, the formula for change is dissatisfaction, so that's D, times V, multiplied together, plus F. V is your vision. F is your first step. It's got to be greater than your resistance. Right now, the dissatisfaction is pretty high. We can't be in business if we don't change some things. The resistance is actually pretty low because we're not going to be in business. What most of us need is a vision for what the business could be, what our vision could be, and the first steps, which is going to be your 90-day plan. That's what you got to do. What are your action steps that you're going to do in the next 90 days that are going to help you change your business model to make a small changes that are going to put you on a bigger trajectory? And maybe for some of you, you just know you weren't working hard enough. Okay? I mean, this thing should get you fired up. You got all kind of time to work on your marketing. You got all kind of time to work on your social media. You got all kind of time to go learn AdWords. There's all kind of things that you can do. You got all kind of time to learn. Okay? You got all kind of time to reach out to your clients. Get on it. Okay? You may have to change your services and the way you do it. You may want to do multi-tier services. Maybe there's in-person service and virtual service. How are you going to price it? Maybe that's going to change a little bit. Maybe you're going to deliver it. Maybe you want to bring on staff to help you do it, or outsource some things that you thought that you never got around to. Maybe you want to make arrangements for that now. All right, so sometimes you have to break the business to fix it. All right, step 11. Plan for 90 days. All right, the next 90 days, all we can do is plan day by day for the next 90 days. All right, if you don't have a plan, it's like going into the wilderness without a map or a GPS. You're eventually going to get lost and you're going to starve. Okay, so this is a 90-day game. I've said it over. 90 days, that's all we got to focus on. Next 90 days. All right, what are you going to market and what are you going to sell? How are you going to reach your prospects? How are you going to reach your clients? How are you going to, first of all, take care of your customers? You got people under agreements now. Make sure you're all over that. Make sure that you're marketing harder than you've ever marketed. Make sure that you're doing the things that need to happen so that you can make those sell. It ain't going to be an easy market coming out of this, okay? It's not just going to fall in our laps. It's not going to be a whole bunch of houses selling easily, okay? The good news is money's low right now still. Their interest rates are low, not money, okay? So there are going to be some opportunities coming out of this thing. There's probably some opportunities, I'm going to talk about it in a minute, for investments, okay? How are you going to deliver it? Are you going to change the way you do your fee structure? Okay? Get your plan together. How are you going to provide? How are you going to do a sales call? How are you going to do a showing? If you can't go in a house, be ready for all of that. Okay? It's about surviving first, then we'll look for thrive. Okay? So if you need some help, we can talk about how you can work with me to build a plan. All right? Step 12. I know I said there's 11, but I got 2 bonus steps for you. Step 12. Look to invest. And this is where I get excited. Look, 2 weeks ago, there's no way I would have talked about this. But now people are getting a grip. We got to look for the opportunities in the marketplace. Okay? Warren Buffett, he knows a little bit about investing. All right? He's fearful when others are greedy. He's greedy when others are fearful. Everybody's scared. Guess what? Warren Buffett's buying. He's already back in the market. All right? Understand the seasons here. The economy works just like it does in the weather on a farm. Okay? You've got spring. What comes after spring? Summer. What comes after summer? Fall. What comes after fall? Winter. There's a different kinds of tasks that you're doing through each season. Like on the farm in the winter, what are you doing? You're getting your equipment ready. You're doing repairs. You're cleaning up. You're getting ready to plant for the spring. But here's the deal. Spring always follows winter. Now, we don't know when winter's going to be. We're in an economic winter right now, but it happened fast. We went through, summer, fall, winter, like boom, like that, okay? But spring's always coming. I don't know when. I hope this is going to be a quick bounce back, like an actual, coiled spring where the thing will bounce back, when you compress it. I don't know. We'll see. But spring always follows winter. Remember that. Spring always follows winter. All right? Look, the stock markets are off. They're even more off now. But look, there are opportunities. If you have some money and that's your thing, there's some opportunities. There are going to be businesses for sale. There are going to be people who don't want, are tired of this. They're going to be out there. There's going to be deals. There's going to be customers. There's going to be people in our business who decide they don't want to be in that business anymore. Well, they're going to have clients. Are you talking to them so you can partner with them? Maybe you can still pay them a percentage or a finder's fee on the commission, even though they may not be actually doing real estate anymore. Who are you? Some of that's going to be, you got to be looking for those people that are dropping out. It happened in 2008, 9, 10. It's going to happen a little bit here. They're like, yeah, I don't need this. Okay. So if you're serious about this, get out there and make sure you know your other realtors so that you can figure out when they decide, hey, I don't want to be in there anymore, who's going to pick up their clients, who's going to pick up their customers. Real estate, it's going to happen sooner or later. The realty market is going to be a tough market. There are going to be some deals. We all know it's coming. Are you ready to be an investor? Are you ready to help other people that are investors? There's people with money right now looking for deals. Are you looking for the deals for them? They may not be here yet, but they're coming. It's not, up until sort of February, we had good, I just saw the stats, good sales. Look, we're not going to have that. Okay. There's going to be some softness and there are going to be opportunities. And it may be one of the times where it's a good time. Are you helping people invest? Or are you investing yourself? You have some ways to do that. Get on it. Get ready. Start doing your research. Do your homework. Get all over it. There's going to be some money made here. All right? Look, step 13. Have some common sense. Look, over deliver. Look, clean everything. Don't touch people. Provide sanitizer. So wash your hands. Stay 6 feet apart. Put the people first. This is not, look, the economy is we're going to be fine. Spring always follows winter. I've been through 4 of these downturns now. And look, I've always survived. Is this going to be a tough one for me? Yeah, it's going to be tough. Okay. But put people first. All right. Be nice, remain calm, stay in the lead. All right. And help people out. I saw an example of one of my friends said, look, I was scared, but there was an old lady there was a lady who fell down in the parking lot. And I'm like, look, she's not even may not even look like she was struggling. So she went over and helped her and called 911. I mean, you need to help people out. Okay. Do the right thing here. All right. So look, I'm going to talk about how you can get with me and make your 90-day plan if you want. I need you to list 5 ideas that you need to take now. Write them down now. If you don't write them down, it's not real. Your business plan needs to be written. And then I'm going to take some questions in a minute, but I want to go over something. I want to talk about how you can do a 90-day plan. So I get my clients together once every 90 days to do this. And I do it, and I did it digitally about a week ago. And I thought, well, I can offer this to other people, but here's the deal. Okay. So I'm not pushing this. Remember, you had to sell thing, but I want to give it to you if there are people out there who want to do it. And if I can get enough people who want to do it, then I'll do it. Okay. So it's called 90-day planning. Talk to some people. It's a 4.5 hour planning intensive. That's the other thing I found out. If I don't force people to just sit down and do it, they won't do it. All right. I've got there's a workbook. the whole thing. I've ticked around, and most people think that's worth about $550. I'm also going to throw in a 90-minute one-on-one coaching with me for $750. All right. You're going to get in the Epic Master. I've just started a Facebook group where we're kind of working our way through this, but it's going to be a growth. It's for growth, progressive oriented people. All right. It's $324 a year. That's just $27 a month. You can get of course, you're going to get the workbook and a digital replay of the thing if you can't, and I'm probably going to do this every couple of weeks. So that's $1974. Look, if you're interested, it's only going to be $297 for 4 hours plus the 90 minutes with me plus the membership. And listen, if you want to do it, great. If it fits who you are, great. If not, that's okay too. I'm still going to talk to you. All right. Here's how you register. You go to https://starttherrace.eventbrite.com. All right. So let me take some questions. Jump in there and, jump on the chat. What kind of questions do you have? There's bound to be some. Make sure you put them in the chat, not the Q&A. Specific questions to you. We've got a few minutes here. Got to be some. Y'all asleep out there? I can't help you if you don't ask. What's on your mind? All right, I'll wrap it up then. Look, let me make sure that you all understand. Here, I'll put, maybe I can copy. I can't copy that. Okay. Look, I'll make sure that you all understand that this race is going to end. And you need to be ready. You need to be planning. You need to be moving on. Yeah, if you'd like to reach out to me, look, my cell number is 540-290-2389. I answer it, okay? Or I will call you back. The office number, which rings in, I've moved my office into a bedroom. It's 828-348-1787. I'm available. I'm here for you. I want to be a resource. If any of you are interested in talking about how this planning works or whatever, reach out to me. I'll do it one-to-one. Look, I'll give everybody an hour. Just if you want to sit down and chat about how to move your business forward, then, reach out to me. I'm happy to reach out. Look, I've loved being here. Let me leave you with a couple of last thoughts. I think for us right now, if there's really not a lot going on, this is a time to be making ourselves better. This is a time to sharpen our saw. This is a time to work harder on ourselves than we do on our job. This is a time to get better. But I do want to leave you with one last thought from Coach John Wooden, who I believe is the best business coach in the world. He's definitely the best. He was the best basketball coach in the world, but I think he's also one of the best business coaches in the world because all of his stuff applied to leadership. All of his stuff applied to. So when he graduated from either elementary school, I think it was elementary school, his dad gave him an index card with a few things written on it, and he put it in his wallet and he carried it and he read it every single day of the life. If you want to know why it was so good, for those of you who don't know, Coach Wooden was, he was the coach. He's dead now, but he was coach of UCLA, won 10 national championships, just a phenomenal human being. So I'm going to leave you with what he said, and we'll leave it with that. Number one, be true to yourself. Number 2, make each day your masterpiece. Number 3, help others. Number 4, drink deeply from good books, especially the good book. Make friendship a fine art. Build a shelter against a rainy day. It's pretty good advice, right now. All right, and the last one is pray for guidance and give thanks for your blessings every single day. You've been a great audience. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've gotten value. Please let me know in the chat section, what you thought or how the value went, so we can make this better for next time. I look forward to helping as many of you as I can. Please call me if you have any questions at all. I'm up on what's going on in the world. This will be recorded, so I will get this over to the team at Lotzer, and they will give you the link to get that, so you want to share it with your teams. I've loved being here. I love doing this. If you're a member of any other organizations that want me to do something similar, I am updating this thing pretty regularly, about every week, because it is changing quickly. So I look forward to seeing some of you on the other side of this. Until next time, all the best.